I read all of your speeches, your talks on your website, and you just have a wonderful theme of excellence, having dreams, goals, very positive, motivating, uplifting. And I think that's remarkable because you're a man, I would have to say that most people would say that you might have a handicap, but in no way, shape, or form have I seen anything in your writing to suggest any type of pity. Oh, you should feel sorry for me, or anything. You are a champion. Tell me about your. You're so positive in all your writings and your speeches. Where does that come from, Dana?
I think some of it is genetic. It comes from my mother. My parents did not treat me as though I was a you can't person. I heard a lot from other people in my environment about you can't, but that's not the way I was treated. Now, I didn't hear a whole lot of lectures from my parents about, you can, come on, you can, you can't. They didn't need to, because in addition, I was an obstinate person. And when someone said I couldn't do something, I would then set out to prove them wrong. So I would say, and this has been for most of my life, all of my life that I can remember. And that's why I say it's genetic. But also, starting at age 6, I started going to church. And one of the Bible verses that Sister Grace required us to remember, she required us to memorize lots of Bible verses. And one of them was Philippians 4:13, which says, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens it. And it's the I can do all things that really stuck with me. And so I've come to believe that if there's something I cannot do, it is because I've told myself I cannot do it. It will not be because someone else told me that I cannot do it. It could be that someone wouldn't allow me to do it. I mean, for example, when the dean of admissions at USC said, we've never had a blind student, I'm not sure you can do it. How will you convince me that you can do the work here at the law school? And I said, sir, the only way you'll know for sure is to let me in. And that's what my basic approach is. If you allow me to do it, and I believe that I can do it, you put those two things together and I will do it. So most of what you have to argue in life, particularly as a person with a disability, is getting people to allow you to do it. The barriers are put up more often, for me anyway, are put up more often by others, not by me. So for example, Linda, I have flown an airplane because I expressed to someone that I wanted to fly. Here where I live, it's an aerospace town.
Sure.
We have Aerospace Walk of Fame at Lancaster City. Okay. And many people, you might meet someone in the grocery store clerk turns out owns their own plane and flies.
Wow. Okay.
So I said, I want to fly. Well, I happened to say it to a Toastmaster. I did not know that she herself was a pilot, and that her husband teaches pilots. So she went home and told her husband, she said, Dana wants to fly a plane. And he said, I think I can figure out how we can do it. So I did. So it's a matter of I believe I can, you don't get in my way, and then I will do it. That's been all my life. I can't think of a time when I said, oh, woe is me. Why did it happen to be me? Even with regard to blindness, sometimes people say, if you had the opportunity to see again, would you take that opportunity? My answer is always, under one condition.
Okay.
If I don't like what I see, I can be blind again.
That's brilliant. If I don't like what I see. Good answer. If I don't like what I see, I can be blind again. Well, there's a lot of beautiful things and there's a lot of not so beautiful things.
Yeah. When you consider how the Creator put you together, you have been given 6 senses in which to perceive your environment, your world.
Okay.
You have the sense of sight,
Sight,
sense of hearing,
hearing,
smell,
smell,
taste,
taste,
feel,
feel.
and believe.
Ah,
Belief is that 6th sense. You can share with me your world, and if I believe you, I've now experienced that part of the world. And that's why I say belief is a 6th sense in perceiving the world around you. You lose your sense of sight, you still have 5 of 6 senses left. You still have 83.3% of your capacity to engage in your environment.
wow.
So there's no reason, because you've lost 16.7%, there's no reason to stop living.
That's great. And when we boil all this down to, because I'm passionate about literacy, I want people to use all of their senses to engage with books and literature and knowledge so that they can have a fuller life, so that they can understand. When we understand, we can get along, we can love one another. And like you said, it starts with words.
Absolutely. And it's that literacy that allows the communication. If you cannot communicate with another individual, you miss so much of the world that you would have the chance to experience.
I almost don't want to let you go. You have a lot of stories. It's just, you're just a fountain. You're a fountain of knowledge and inspiration. And I'm just still marveling at all that you have accomplished, Mr. LaMon.
Thank you.
Just marveling, and what you're doing to mentor the children, those kids. It's just fantastic. I hope they respect you. I really do. I hope
They do.
Well, I am so glad that on this side of heaven, you are getting your bouquets and your praises, and I'm giving them to you right now because I really, really thank you and appreciate your taking the time to let me speak with you. I think you're going to inspire a lot of people, and with your literacy journey, and for those who think they can't do it, they don't like to read, when they see you and all that you have accomplished, what excuse?
And I appreciate it, Linda. I'm glad that you invited me to be a guest, and I sincerely, since I probably have almost as strong a passion for literacy, that I hope it's beneficial in your spreading the message of the value of literacy and of knowledge.
Okay, well, thank you very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on Literacy Journeys with Linda. I have had the honor of talking with Mr. Dana LaMon, an outstanding, and he doesn't mind me saying, a blind person, retired judge, a world champion Toastmaster speaker, and a mentor to young people out of California. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like these videos, please click that subscribe button, and so you won't miss any of my interviews with all these wonderful people. Thank you, Dana. We'll see you next time.
All righty. Bye.